In this video, I'll be reviewing and comparing YouTube TV and Sling TV. So these two live TV streaming apps have been the two most requested apps for me to review based on my comments and my DMs. And I figured if so many people want to see this, I might as well just bring them both together in one final head-to-head comparison to figure out which one is actually the best live TV streaming app for you. And I'll be comparing these based on the price, based on the compatibility with other apps, and based on their interface. So based on these three categories, I'm going to help you decide which one is actually the best one for you before you start subscribing to any one of these. And as always, this is a completely unsponsored video. I'm not being paid to say any of this, and it really is just an honest review based on my own experience as well as what I've read from reviews online. So I found out what people liked and didn't like. I also read some different blogs and some other websites to collect all this different information and make one concise review to help you guys decide which one you actually want to subscribe to. So starting off with YouTube TV, I want to say that before, in my most recent review about YouTube TV, I sort of bashed it a little bit and said that the interface seemed a little too bare and it seemed like it wasn't quite ready for the market yet. And I think that was mainly because I was using the mobile app. And a lot of people said that in the comments as well. They suggested that I use the web player more. And so in this video, I'm looking more at the web player. And honestly, I really do like it a lot better. So the simplistic design that I complained about on the mobile app, I actually really like on the desktop where you have a bigger screen and you have a lot more there. And so the simplistic view really makes it easier to digest everything and find what you're looking for. Now, starting off, I really want to say the top two features that I really like about YouTube TV are, first of all, the unlimited DVR. So the unlimited DVR space means that if you want to record one show or one movie, that's great. But maybe if you want to record hundreds of shows or every movie that's available, or maybe every single nightly news. So if you get home at 6 o'clock, but you want to watch the 5 o'clock news, you can record it every single night. Or maybe if you follow a basketball team like the 76ers, you can say you want every single game recorded where the 76ers play, no matter what channel they're on. So that is some amazing features they have within the DVR on YouTube TV. I'll show you a little bit more of that in a second. So the second feature I really like about YouTube TV is the ability to pay just $40 a month for a membership and have 6 different accounts within the membership. Now, each account is going to be linked to a Google account. So that means if you have a household with, 6 family members or 6 roommates or whatever it might be, each person can have their own account, which means they each get their own tailored experience within this app. So they all have their own topics for you, their own homepage, and it's all going to be customized to what they're interested in watching. Likewise, they all get their own DVR, so they can all save as many shows as they want into their library, and it doesn't get cluttered or mixed together between different family members or different roommates. Now, over on Sling TV, the top two features that I like most about Sling TV, first of all, is the ability to rent movies within the app and do pay-per-view content. So if you're looking for like a fight like you see right here, you can watch that just by paying a couple extra dollars or whatever it might cost within the Sling TV app. You can also rent movies, like I said, anywhere from $2 to $6 usually, so they're not that expensive, and you can watch anything that maybe isn't already airing on a different channel. Now, the second feature I really like about Sling is the ability to customize the price point so much. So, they have 3 main options. I said YouTube was $40 a month, and that's pretty much the only price you're going to get there unless you do maybe one of 7 different add-ons. They don't have a lot of different add-ons. On Sling TV, they have a lot more add-ons. So you have 3 major packages, first of all. You can do Blue, which gives you 3 simultaneous streams. It's $25 a month. You can do Orange, which is only 1 stream at a time, so that's a little bit weak, but it's also $25 a month. Or you can do the combo of Blue and Orange, and that's $40 a month. So 3 packages, first of all. But the really great part is that you can add as many different add-ons as you want, and they have, I think, 30 to choose from. So these can range anywhere from maybe like a documentary channel to a karaoke channel. So they have literally everything. You can also add like Cinemax and HBO and Showtime. You can add DVR space. So whatever you're looking for, there's actually a lot of different features about this. Now, a third one I'm also going to mention, the other feature I really like is the DVR. Now, in a sense, I don't like the DVR because I really don't like how you have to pay an extra $5 a month for it. I don't like that it's only 50 hours, but what I do like is you can actually keep shows indefinitely within your DVR. So just going through the Sling tabs here, the first one is My TV. Now, while this doesn't have the same customized interface that YouTube TV might have, it can be tailored to you, but you have to do it yourself. So it's not going to have the algorithm-backed interface. So instead, you have to add, My channels. You can have like 5 to 10 different channels at the top that you really watch. So if you're watching the same news or, whatever you want to see, it's going to show you your favorite channels at the top, and you're going to be able to see what's on right now. And you can just click on that, and it's sort of just like a hotkey just to go right into what you want to watch. As you scroll down, you can continue watching, you can see your favorites, you can eventually get down to top picks for you, and below that, you're even going to get down into a browsing section where you can just kind of go through and see, what's popular on Sling right now. As you go over to On Now, this is going to essentially show you any kind of shows that are on right now based on different categories. Once you go over to Guide, this is your classic grid setup where you have the channels across the left side and the time across the top, and you can see every single show that you might be interested in. You can scroll down and see what times different shows are on. If something's on a little bit later, you can click on it and add it to your DVR very simply. Then you can also change it to a channel lineup, or you can go up to the top left corner and change from all channels, and you can sort of filter it out and say maybe you only want to see sports channels or movie channels or something like that. Next, we have the sports tab. This is going to show you any kind of sports or, whatever movies or shows or anything related to sports might be on. They're all going to show up right there. Now, this is not that different from YouTube, because on YouTube, you can essentially get the same thing for any category just by searching it. And their search is, I would say, superior on YouTube TV. And I'll show you that in a second. But then, of course, you go back to the rentals tab, which I just showed you a minute ago. Now, over on YouTube TV, this is what I was sort of mentioning before, where the search tab, if you click the little magnifying glass, it is like an untailored browse feature. So you can search not only like shows or actors or anything like that, but you can search general categories like live news, and anything with that tag will pop up in the search. So Google search obviously is a very powerful tool on here. And as you scroll down, you also have these, generic browse features like I mentioned before. So you can see just sports or shows, you can see different networks, you can see what's trending on YouTube TV. So just your generic browse features. Now, if you want something that's a tailored browse experience, you go back to home, and this is going to show you the top picks for you. As you scroll down, you're going to start to see, things that you can resume watching. You also have these little bars with all these little bubbles that are suggested searches for you that you can sort of, click on one and then more will show up, and you can click on others and sort of refine your search until you find exactly what you're in the mood for. Going over to the library tab, this is your DVR. This is where everything's saved, and you can see all of your different videos that are, your most watched, anything that's new in your library that maybe you didn't watch yet or anything like that. It's all going to show up right here. Now, if you want to add anything to your library, it's very easy. So let's just go right back to the home tab and find some show that we want. And what you want to look for is either something that's scheduled to play in the future or something that's live right now. So if you see the little red box that says live in it, you can just go over and click the three dots, and you'll get a little menu that pops up, and you can either add the channel or you can add the show to your DVR right now. Now, as you scroll down, you can also see maybe like a sports channel or something like that. You can do the same thing as I mentioned before, where you can add anytime that TV or anytime that team plays, it'll save it to your DVR. Lastly, when you go over to live, this is similar to Sling, where you have, in Sling you have the grid view. Here it's showing you the same stuff in a slightly different format. And so you have the time across the top essentially. So they're going to show you what's on now and what's on next. And then they're going to show you what channel it is. Again, you can also sort it. And as you scroll down, they sort of pop up with different little previews, and they're going to tell you a little bit more about what it is with a description of what's on right now. They're going to show you what season, what episode, and maybe like what the rating is for this and how much more time there is in this show. So a slightly different format, but I really do like how clean this is. Honestly, I think I like this a little better than the grid, especially because you get the little previews to see essentially what is playing and relate that to the title rather than just reading titles and trying to guess exactly what that means. So then the other thing about the interface is the mini player. So neither of these have a mini player like you might have seen in Hulu TV, but what YouTube TV does have is if you swipe up or scroll up, you actually go right into the player. So you can play things in the background, and then you can go down and continue browsing. You can't do this in Sling, so it's definitely a positive feature they have here. Both of the players are very similar to just a standard YouTube video where you have play, pause, you can skip forward or backwards, 15, 30 seconds, whatever you're looking for. You can add captions and change, the quality of it. So it's going to be a very common player for both of these, so I'm not really going to go into that too much. The last thing I said I was going to talk about is actually the compatibility. Now, because Sling doesn't make any kind of, physical hardware for smart TVs or, like a Chromecast, for example, because Sling TV doesn't make any of those, they get along with everybody. And so their app seems to be available on any media streaming device. So if you're watching on like an Android or an iPhone, you can get the app. If you're using a Chromebook or a Mac or a Windows computer or whatever you're using, and you just have a browser on there, you can watch the web player very easily. You can watch on most smart TVs. You can also download the Sling app on, so like a Roku or a Fire Stick or a Chromecast, whatever you're using, you'll be able to watch on almost everything out there. Now, on the flip side, because YouTube TV is owned by Google and Google makes very competitive equipment compared to Amazon, they don't really get along quite as well, and I wasn't able to use YouTube TV on a lot of Amazon products like a Kindle or a Fire TV. So if you have a largely Amazon-owned household, so if you have, a lot of Echo Dots around, if you have a Fire TV, if you have Kindles, then you might not want to get YouTube TV. You might want to go over to Sling TV. Otherwise, I really do like the interface on YouTube TV. I like the unlimited DVR, but I really do like the price point compatibility or the flexibility with the prices on Sling TV. So which one do you actually like better? Let me know down in the comment section below which one you like better, as well as why you like that, which features are the best with Sling TV or with YouTube TV. So as always, guys, if you enjoyed this video or found any value in it at all, please remember to go down and like and subscribe so that more people can see this video and gain the same value out of it that you did. Thank you all for watching. I'll see you next time. Thanks for watching, guys. If you enjoyed this video, please be sure to click that subscribe button right there. If you want to see another video just like this one, click right there. And for my most recent upload, click right up there. You got 3 great options, guys. Click on any one of those and I'll see you in the next video.